Hey guys, happy Friday. So I'm going to kick this call off with a little bit of information that I think a couple of you guys actually need to hear, okay? Reminder, if you want my help, follow the protocol, okay? It's laid out in the onboarding. Too many people are just skipping around. Follow the program step by step. I promise you'll get the results that you're looking for if you use the program the way that I built it. Okay. There is a very certain protocol. This is like posts like this are not where to get questions. If you go through the protocol, right, start with the home section. This video literally lays out, this is the very first video that you guys should be watching. Step one, this video walks you through how to find what you need in the program and how to get personalized help from me. This video will literally show you how to use the program to get the best results possible. Okay. Too many of you guys are skipping around and just going through all of these. Like, if you follow this step, then step two, you'll learn how to use the Facebook group. And then step number 3, complete your first 2 assignments. It tells you exactly where to go. Okay. And the reason I know some of you guys are not following protocol is because I have different prompts throughout the program that actually tell you, use this template below to go to this week's Ask Laurel thread and use this. I'm stuck here. And so when I see random people posting in the group, I'm lost, blah, 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 it's because I know that you're not following the program step by step. It is super, super easy, laid out. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of kick things off with that. You know, that is all. Much love, Laurel. P.S. Don't be lazy. Okay. If you want my guidance, there's a specific protocol on how to get it. Those of you guys who are not following my protocol will not get my help. In order for me to run this program smoothly, you have to follow the protocol, okay? Now with that, I have a very fun announcement. I am going to be having an event in person live in Dallas on October 14th and 15th. You guys have seen me teach you guys power content. You guys have seen me teach you retargeting ads. It's all about the video content. And so if you've been procrastinating on getting your easy $500 a month video funnel set up, you want to come to Dallas, okay? So if you are interested in coming to this event, it is going to be an exclusive group of people. Look, I have invited my mentor, Nick Peterson, and guys, Nick is not cheap to hang out with. I have been working with him for the last 3 years, and guys, people pay him like $100K a year to hang out with him 4 times a year. And so he is going to be giving himself to you guys for these 2 days, which is an amazing, like this is the guy responsible for my growth. And so you guys are going to get access to him. Not only him, you guys are going to get access to my copywriter, Lucas Rasheshki. A lot of industry leaders pay him thousands and thousands of dollars to write their copy. He is going to be on hand to help you write your copy. So if you want to get your $500 a month funnel, not only written, not only shot, but even launched during this weekend, you will leave this event with everything launched, okay? It's $2,500, okay? That includes us helping you get everything that you need in order to launch your ad strategy. If you were to hire an agency to do everything that you're going to get over a weekend, you're going to pay several thousands of dollars, guaranteed. So this is one heck of a deal. So join me in Dallas, October 14th and 15th. If you are interested, just go to my profile, leave a comment here, and I will personally reach out and let you know if you would be a good fit, okay? Second thing we got going on here is that I've seen a lot of you guys struggling when it comes to offers, and so I have talked one of my favorite offer guys into coming and giving free training to you guys here in the program. So I hope that you guys help me give Brandon Hofer a huge round of applause because he is very generous to give you guys this access to him. He is going to be going over a case study of how he's been showing his private clients how to launch an offer in 30 days and have your first 5-figure month. And guys, he is responsible for literally my biggest selling offer. Okay, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Put that on your calendar. And alas, we will head to the featured section, which, by the way, if you haven't gone through the featured section, this is where I post all of the announcements. Everything that you need to know about this program is in the featured section. We're going to kick things off right here with the Ask Laurel with Miss Phyllis, one of my favorite members. She always shows up on the call. She always shows up in the Ask Laurel thread. And so she has got a question. And so she has been following my power content strategy. So let's see. Hey, Laurel, I'm attempting to follow your roadmap to 10K. I took this power content video and created a lead ad. I'm wondering what changes you would make to get the best results. I was thinking I should maybe add more to the headline. The video is talking about my client's success thus far with a CTA for them to take my hormone quiz, which puts them in my CRM and prompts them to book a call with me. It's set at $2 a day. I can go up to $5 if you think it's better. My goal is to drive traffic to my Facebook group and to my CRM. Both places prompt them to take my hormone quiz. Let's actually just take a look at it and kind of see like what's going on. I am assuming you are, let me show ad in the news feed just so that I can kind of see how it shows up. Okay. And let's see, if I click here, it goes to a lead form. So this doesn't tell me that I am about to take a quiz, right? So here's the thing. We want to avoid, it says take the quiz here, but when I click here, it doesn't look anything like a quiz. Like if you want people to take the quiz, I don't know, maybe it's here. Okay, so this is the quiz, maybe. Check all that apply to you. Okay, so I would actually run traffic to this page, but here's the thing, I don't see a Facebook pixel. I don't see a Facebook pixel. You need to make sure that you have all your events installed. So this is what's confusing, is your call to action is not strong. Also, one of the things that I would do, Phyllis, is go over to my lead generation. Since you're going to run traffic to a quiz, I would do it this way. I would follow this lead generation strategy, but I would also make sure that you have all of your power content videos in place. I'm assuming that you do. But I would follow my lead generation because like I said, there's a couple of things that's weird because like hormones could be stalling the process. If I go here, it takes me to a lead form. And so this ad is very confusing. So I can see why you might not be getting the results that you want. And so if you follow my strategy, right? Let's see, if we go to the home section, actually it's in the 3 missions part of the program. So if we look at this picture right here, mission number 1 is power content. Mission number 2 is your offer, right? So you want to run cold traffic to mission number 1, and then you want to also run cold traffic to mission number 2. But when you're writing your offer ads, make sure that you're following the scripts right here for offer ads. Okay, so these would be the scripts that you want to use for your offer ads. You don't want to use your power content ads for offer ads because those are a different part of your strategy. So if we go again to the 3 missions, you'll see that your power content is part of mission number 1, and then your offer ads are going to be mission number 2. And I would actually drive traffic to this page, and I would use a conversion ad. And oh, there's the pixel. There's the pixel. So that's good. The pixel did end up showing up. So yeah, so that's the way that I would do it. I would follow the lead generation strategy. So if you go into the 3 missions, and I would do lead generation strategy, and I would just follow this, and you can follow mission number 1, power content, mission number 2. It even teaches you, what audiences to use and all of that fun stuff. So, but yeah, I could probably see why that wouldn't be converting too well. Miss Portia, she just joined my Lean on Laurel program. So I personally had a conversation with her already. So we're already talking about this. So I'm going to go to Kaya. Kaya says, I have 1,680, 25% video views on my power content when I set up traffic campaign using this audience. It predicts 0 landing page views. How many? Yeah, you have plenty of views. Just ignore this and just run the ad. Facebook always tells me that weird error too, and I don't know why, but it's fine. Just run the ad. It should be placed. Nicole says she is back. I'm going to save us a lot of time because I already read this, and she updated saying that she was working on her clarity piece for her Facebook group. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you go into the Lanyap section and go to how to build a profitable Facebook group, then you're going to know what a clarity piece is. She says, I'm now working on my clarity piece. I was thinking about a workshop covering an overview of my unique method for guiding parents. Why most methods don't work because they hit only one of these angles. Yes, I like this. This does sound like a good clarity piece. And yes, these 2 do sound like value bombs. I just wanted us to save a little time. I went ahead and reviewed all of these questions. And that is why I always ask that your questions be submitted by 5 p.m. the day before, because it makes this call go a lot faster. So Miss Nicole, You are good to go. And by the way, I am happy to see you back in action, girl. Let's see. Theo says, "Oh, mighty Facebook ads oracle, help." I chuckle. Sometimes something magical happens. Like my wife the other day, she was having issues with Facebook, and I was like, "Wait, what's going on?" And I just did something, and it worked. And she's like, "I couldn't get that to work." And so I don't know. I might have some magical powers. I don't know. Let's see. So for the ebook conversion ads, I've tweaked and tweaked and tweaked my opening statement, the copy, my landing page, tested multiple audiences. I understand that it takes time to optimize. I'm just not sure how long that should be. My solution statement. So one of the things that's missing here is, have you gone through, Theo, have you gone through the lead generation? Have you gone through this troubleshooting training? Because one of the things that I'm not seeing is your KPI. So is it your audience that's not working? Like, what are your numbers? What are your KPIs? And so I assume you know that it's your audience, but I would want to see data before I give you some wrong advice. So if you guys have a question like this, like, hey, something's not working, let me know. What's not working? Like, look, if you watch this troubleshooting training here, then you can come and tell me, hey, Laurel, I saw that it's not my ad creative. It's not this, it's not this, it's not this. I think it's my audience. So I'm going to pretend that Theo has given me all of the, but definitely Theo, go through this video, because you might figure out that it's not your audience at all. But let's take a look at your audience. So if you are going for 35 to 50 males who are going through Ironmans and triathlons, I would honestly ditch number 1 layers and number 2 layers. I know a lot of gurus tell you to do behaviors engaged shoppers. I would get rid of that. I would get rid of the first layers. I would just get rid of that, and I would literally just go with your second tier. I would even, so here's how I'd actually break this up. I would actually break this up. Interest, USA Triathlon. I would try that as one interest itself. I would try road cycling as one interest by itself. I would do Ironman 70.3 by itself. I would try all of these different interests by themselves, but then I would also bunch them all together like you have here without layer 1 and without layer 3 and see how that goes. I think there's just too much layering going on here, and it's making your ads probably super expensive, because the tighter you're targeting like this, the more expensive, especially because you're already targeting such a very niche audience. The more niche audience, the more kind of almost broad you want to go to be. Otherwise, your ads are going to be super, super expensive. Lindsay says, hey, Laurel, I'm running ads to an evergreen webinar. I'm using a standard conversion and set up the conversion on the thank you page. The thank you page contains the actual webinar. If people save that URL and go back to the webinar page to rewatch before the page link expires, will Facebook count that as 2 leads? It shouldn't. Not saying that it won't, but it shouldn't. Facebook is tracking people who are coming through from that ad. So if they were maybe bookmarking the ad and coming in, they might count it as 2 leads, but I don't think so. I haven't found that to be a problem. Facebook tracking is just wonky right now, but I don't think you have to worry about that. Oh, Miss Victoria, I actually have a document prepared. I grabbed one of my old documents. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, Miss Victoria had a great question. She says, I'm in an MLM and I'm looking for videos training on Facebook ads for MLM. I'm looking for both recruiting and for product ad assistance. Can you point me in the right direction on where to find them? Thank you. And she says, I know Facebook is against MLM ads, so if there's a workaround. Okay, cool. Girl, I got you. Like over the years, I have had several MLM students here. And so I pulled up this was a training that I did with some of my private clients a couple of months ago. And so the secret with MLMs, right? Okay, so let's actually talk about, before we talk about the recruiting ads, let's talk about the ads that will actually sell the product, okay? And so the first thing that you have to realize is that we're going to have 2 layers. We're going to have mission number 1, power content, which is going to go to a cold audience. And then people who are watching 25% or more, they are going to be retargeted with valuable content. So we're literally going to use all content for this first ad strategy, okay? But what I need you to understand is that you need to figure out your brand that is around a problem that you solve, not around the product or service, okay? So I'm going to use a CBD MLM as an example because these 2 clients happen to be both chucking this MLM CBD product, okay? Now, the woman, she basically was using CBD because she had an autoimmune disease. And so she was basically using this product to get relief from her autoimmune disease. And so whenever we were having a one-on-one coaching session, I was like, well, why are you taking this? How else are you getting relief? And she was like, well, I'm on this autoimmune paleo diet. And she's like, I do this and then I do that. And I was like, that is freaking awesome. I was like, you have kind of put together this daily routine that is helping you solve your problem of autoimmune. What if you branded yourself as an autoimmune coach, helping other people who are just figuring out that they have an autoimmune disease, and put together a 30-day boot camp or something fun like that? And so her value bomb, when she was doing her power content, so her power content was based about how she is living life with an autoimmune disease and how she's helping herself relieve of those symptoms. That's her power content. And then all she's doing is for her CTA saying, hey, do you guys want a copy of my daily routine that helped me in the first 30 days really get my system, those symptoms under control? Raise your hand. And then she would give them this value bomb that had all of the products that she was selling that was around solving the problem of getting relief from autoimmune. That was my first client. The next one, I can't remember if he was in his 70s or 80s, but he was using CBD to stay active as an older guy. So he suffered from back pain, and he basically built his brand around being active in his 70s or 80s. I forgot how old he was exactly. He might be in his 80s by now because this was about a couple years ago. But basically he built his brand on staying young while, how did he say that? He was like, I built my brand about how to do young things when you're old, or something like that. I forgive me if you're still in the $7 program and you're watching this. I forget exactly what you were saying, but basically he was using his value bomb as a morning routine that helped bring relief for his back pain. And so he had a yoga routine. He had a CBD routine. He was also in an MLM that sold a green smoothie. He was also in an MLM that did, what is it called? Those drops, the scents, I'm having a brain fart right now, but you could drop them in water and the scents. And so he sold a couple of products. And so, but he didn't do content around his products. He did content around how he's controlling his back pain and still doing things like biking and hiking and all of the things that young people do at an older age. Okay. So this is how we are able to create a brand around the problem that we solve. And this is how we are able to legally run ads. Now, here's the thing. Your page name cannot have anything to do with any MLM company. You will get shut down. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you go into the program, you'll see that there are offer ads, right? And so if you do lead generation, this is where, so if we look at mission number 2, which is offer ads, right? Mission number 2, this is where we were using webinar funnels for biz ops. Okay. Now, again, you have to be really, really careful, but we basically, whenever we're recruiting, and this is what a lot of those MLM ads, like here, we'll build your downline or whatever. It's because they're building webinar funnels for biz ops. They're not mentioning that it's an MLM company, but they're just basically offering here's how moms, here's how new moms are staying home with their babies while creating a full-time income, right? People are opting into that. And then once they get on the webinar, they are getting pitched the MLM brand. And so that is MLM strategy in a nutshell. Victoria, if you have any other questions, let me know. That was a really, really good one. That is actually a very common question that we get a lot. Mr. Bryce says, hey, Laurel, I'm following the stupid, easy e-com strategy for my book brand. I'm currently in the offer phase. Okay, so offer phase is mission number 2, but I'm still waiting on 5K impressions on the ad sets. My question is this. I've been advertising on Facebook for several years. Since I already had an existing audience of a little over 2,000 people, is it okay for me to be sending 1 or 2 retargeting engagement ads before my offer ads sets are optimized? Absolutely. So you're saying you want to, as a matter of fact, as a re-engagement ad, I would actually send your power content to your warm audience. And then I would also be boosting any type of post that you're doing on your business page to your warm audience. That is going to help people stay interested in your book, in your brand. Okay. So yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Don't only run cold traffic ads. Definitely use your power content and your boosted post in order to keep your current audience engaged. So Sylvan says, could you please evaluate my power offer? Enter my one sentence that will make your audience say, yes, I want that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to the one sentence. Okay. Who here wants to quickly craft and confidently deliver impossible to stop watching presentations on stage, on camera, or in meetings without scripts, memorization, or whoa, okay. So here's the thing, okay? If we go here, our 1 to 2 sentence power offer needs to reveal two things. One, who is it for? If I go to this post, this does not tell me who is it for. Is this for coaches? Is this for corporate people? Is this for authors? Is this for business owners? Is this for CEOs? Who is this for? Okay. So as you are going through the 1 to 2 sentence offer, you want to say, who is this for? And what is the main clear promise? Okay. You kind of have a promise is quickly crafting, confidently delivering, impossible to stop watching. You're using way too many words. Like at the end of the day, it sounds like what you're doing is you're helping people get over their fear of speaking on stage in 45 days or less. And so if that's your offer, like the only thing is like you're missing on who is this for. So I'm going to pretend that it's for coaches, right? You know, coaches who want to go from course creation to speaking on stage, but have a fear of public speaking. What if I could show you how to get rid of that fear in the next 45 days or less using my signature framework? Okay. So that's the only thing that you need to be clear on what is the main promise. And who is this for? Coaches. If I offer to rid you of your stage fright so that you could sell more programs and less courses in the next 45 days, would you be interested, right? I'm not saying that that's what your offer is, but you see how crystal clear that is? So many times people want to use too many buzzwords here when at the end of the day, you're helping people get rid of their stage fright using some type of signature methodology. So let's give that one sentence another try, and we will get you rocking and rolling, Sylvan. Thank you guys, everyone, today. Lots of great questions. I will see you guys next week.